everyone, this is Jazz, and I just want to share a story with you all on something that really encouraged me and motivated me. So stay tuned. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I live in Florida, and my dad was, doing yard work outside, and usually around this time of the year, it gets extremely hot, and the grass starts to kind of like die out. So Monday, my dad was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna replace this grass. This grass is dying out. It's old. It's not, really in a healthy spot to grow and stay green and everything. So it was just best to go ahead and just clear the grass out. So I was over there one day and I see him in the yard and he's working and he's sweating and he's like using, I don't know what the tool is, but he's using this tool and he's like just pulling up all the grass. And he's like sweating and tired, breathing heavy, like he was working hard to pull the grass up. So he's like just pulling up all the grass, all the old grass, pulling up, throwing it out. And so before you know it, in the front of their house, it's just dirt, just dirt in the front of the house. And he said that, he was going to go ahead and pick up some sod and plant, new grass. So he comes home, I guess one day, and he went to, I think like Home Depot. He said he was going to go, and he has like a truck full of sod. And if you know anything about sod, you know that it comes in just like these squares. And you just take the squares, pieces of grass, and you just put it where you want it to go in your yard. And, over time, it'll start to catch. So he's putting the grass out. He's measuring the distance, making sure everything is just right and it fits just perfectly. And then when he finished, he's like, oh, I really hope it rains this week. I think it's going to rain, so I really hope it rains like it, it's projected to. So I'm like, yeah. I'm a person, I don't really care for the rain. I don't like the rain. Me and the rain are not friends. Most of the time, I remember when I had, like right now, can't tell, but when I have my natural hair and it rains, it's like, boop, afro. I'm also one of those people that if it's raining before I leave, I'm probably just going to stay a little while to try to, let the rain pass over, because I just don't like driving in the rain. And if I get caught in the rain, I'm probably one of those people that you all have road rage against because they're driving really, really slow, or they have like their hazard lights on. Guilty. So nope, don't like the rain. But I understood why my dad was like, he hopes it rains because he just, planted grass. So, put grass out there. So, he needs the rain to help, help him. So went to sleep, ain't really think nothing about it. But something just woke me up and something was just bothering me in my spirit. And it was like, play back those events about your dad working in the yard. And I'm like, why? It's just like planting grass. I done seen it done many times. And so I thought about it and I'm like, okay, well, clear the grass. Get all the old grass up. You're left with the dirt, the soil. And you put the new grass on. And then you pray for the rain. If it doesn't rain, you get the sprinkler. You got to have some type of water so the grass can catch. It said, okay, think about it again. So I thought about it again. Clear the old grass, left with the dirt, put the new grass down, and wait for the rain or water it yourself. And then I was like, maybe I need to think about this thing in a more personal level. And when I thought about it, it made me understand that in life, when rain come or when you're going through different things and different things are just like attacking you at one time, that's just the rain, and the rain is coming so you can grow. Like I said, I remember my dad was taking the grass and the old grass and just kind of like really working hard, putting some muscle into it to get that old grass up, because he knew that he had to do to get the new grass down, because you're not gonna lay new grass over the old grass that's already dead. That just really doesn't make any sense. The old grass and the new grass are gonna look the same. It just makes no sense. So he knew in order for his new grass to grow and be planted healthy and grow and be green and nice, he had to get rid of the old grass. And in life, if you ever experience some changes, or when you have to let go of toxic people or get yourself out of toxic situations, or when you're just trying to do better for yourself and you're trying to, you know, start to reach your goals and your dreams, and you know, become better with your relationship with God, or, you know, with anything, sometimes those old habits, they die hard. You know, sometimes it's hurtful, sometimes it's just like it pains you, because you're disconnecting with some people that you knew forever, some people you thought that you would be with forever. You know, sometimes it's even like a career that you dedicate a whole bunch of time into, and you find yourself having to disconnect from those things, no longer able to go to those places that you used to enjoy going to, or doing those things that you really enjoy doing. Taking out that old grass and releasing those old habits, it can be painful. You're gonna be sweating, you're gonna be out of breath, you're gonna be hurting, because you're doing some work, and that work isn't easy. But once you kind of separate yourself and you're kind of clearing the area, because you know you want some things to be done, you start to now put out the things that, you know, that's going to help you get to where you want to go. So he cleared the grass, and now you're left with soil. So it's like you're left with a clean slate. You're left with you cleared out all the toxic stuff, and now you're just left with something just bare, clean. So what are you gonna do with it now? Okay, you're gonna put some new grass down. So now what you're doing? Oh, you're starting to go to church now, or you might be starting to pray now, or you might be starting to meditate now. You're starting to write your goals down, creating vision boards, speaking life over your circumstances. You're starting to just put yourself in a better situation, or, you know, lining up things to be what you want them to be. You know, just getting rid of those toxic things, and you're placing those toxic things with new grass, so with more positive things, you know, and you're spending your time more productively. So now, old grass gone, soil is out, your new grass is laid, but now you have to prepare yourself for the rain. And that rain is only gonna come. It's just coming to, like, you know, make you stronger. It's there to build character. It's there to build strength. So that's why that rain comes. You have to start to prepare for it. So anytime you make up in your mind, like, hey, I want to do something different in life. I want to be more productive. I want to be, you know, more fulfilling within myself. You got to prepare for the rain. You have to have it in your head so it doesn't destroy you, so it doesn't distract you, so it doesn't take you off your course. When you start to prepare for the rain and you know the purpose of it, you will understand it. So it's not like everything is hitting you at one time. So when your finances are starting to just get crazy, and you're getting low on money, and your rent due, and your car break down, and you start having some sickness, and then you might lose a loved one, and it just seems like every single thing that could go wrong is going wrong, understand that's that rain that's coming to water that grass so it can catch and become strong. You just have to prepare for it. And one thing that I did notice, if you know anything about sod, when you buy the sod, it's like these squares. They all come in squares. And you put it out there, and even if you put them close together, even if you like try to make it as neat as possible, when I go outside and if I was to look at some freshly placed sod, I can tell where each one starts and each one ends, because it's not smooth. It's fresh grass. It's, you know, cut out, and you know, that's what's there. I know, like, this isn't the grass that came with the house or whatever the case may be. You can tell that this is something that someone put down. But another great thing about the rain is that as time goes on, and as it rains and that grass begins to grow and flourish, it kind of smooth things out. You can't really tell where one piece of side is and where one piece of side begins, kind of thing, because it's kind of like just looking like one unit. And, you know, that's what happens with us. It's so crazy, because as you grow, as you mature, and as you go through some different things, you learn how to deal with things. You kind of smooth out. You know, it's like when you're a little rough around the edges and someone try you and you like quick to go off, you quick to snap, you're quick to have a nonchalant attitude, you just quick to be like, oh, I'm gonna get you back, I want my revenge. You kind of not that person no more. You know, you was like a little rough around the edges, but now you done been through some rain, you're starting to smooth out to where now you're like, you know what, I pray for that situation. You know what? You know, I'm going to turn the other cheek. You know what? It ain't even that serious. You know, some things that really used to make you upset, and you ever notice that now you're like, whatever. You know, it's just kind of letting stuff, you know, just roll off your back, because after you experience that rain and as you now growing and maturing, things don't bother you like they used to. You're not as rough around the edges. You still might snap, but it ain't gonna be the first time somebody try you. It might be after the second, third, fourth one. But that's a good thing that the rain does. It smooths everything out. So now that grass is looking like one unit instead of individual side pieces. And, you know, I look at it like, you ever have like a baby and the baby had like a real big old head and the doctor say, oh, she'll grow into it or he'll grow into it, don't worry about it. Or fat babies, real chunky babies. Everyone says, oh, don't worry about it. You know, when they start walking, all that weight is kind of going to smooth out. They're going to drop that weight, you know, they're going to be moving. And it's the same thing with our life. You know, as we go through some things, as we, you know, grow from it, everything kind of smooths out, and then you gain clarity, you gain discernment, you gain understanding, you gain the ability to forgive, you gain the ability to be selfless, to love, you know, to be productive. You gain all these things that are really important in not only your spiritual life, but also that's important in just your day-to-day life here physically while we're here on this earth. So all of these things that are very important to, you know, self-development. So that was just something, I thought it was like the craziest thing ever, that, you know, something was just bothering me, you know, bothering me, and like, think about the grass. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna think about the grass. But that's just to let you know, I know God told me, like, you know, when you go through stuff, why you tripping? Like, why you sweating and why you tripping? You know why the rain is coming. You know why these things are happening. You know why your kids acting crazy. You know why your money is low. You know why just everything seems overwhelming. You know why it's happening, because you're on the verge of something greater. You've cleared out old grass and you're planting new grass. You know what's gonna happen now. So just prepare for it. So it doesn't destroy you. It doesn't distract you, and it doesn't take you off the path that is set for you. Distractions can be one of the worst things that happen in life, because you lose the vision. So stay focused. Know the purpose of the rain. Thank the rain, because you know when the rain coming, something's about to change and some things are about to happen. So even now I'm 30, and I know as I continue to get older and I continue to grow and I continue to go through some things, I know that I have a lot more rain that's in store for me. But I'm going to try to understand the purpose of the rain and not be so devastated when things happen, not be so heartbroken when things happen, and understand that things happen for the greater good. So that's something that touched me. I hope it was a blessing to you as it was to me. My name is Jasmine, and I hope you all have a nice day. Love always, Jazz.